is going live, it says. Okay, so I think we are live now. Welcome back everyone to my channel. My name is Mitesh Khatri. I'm a law of attraction coach and a leadership coach. To my channel. Yep, that's my own voice. All right, so Mitesh Khatri, law of attraction and leadership coach. I've been doing these workshops for the last 17 years in my life, and today we're going to talk about the most important topic, which is, by the way, every week I say the same thing, right? Every topic is the most important topic, no doubt about it, because that moment is always the most important moment. I remember my mentor once said, the most important moment is always now, and now never goes away, right? Okay, so the most important topic again today is what? How to choose your career in your life to make sure that you have a rock star career in your life. Now, how many people here really want the answer to this question from a law of attraction point of view? How to choose your career and how to be a rock star in your career? If yes, quickly type in rock star in the chat window now. Come on. How many of you want to be absolute rock stars in your life? I always wanted to be a rock star in my career. And what I mean by being a rock star is being the best at what I do. Being the best at what I do. Being excellent at what I do. Not being ordinary, not being average. I'm not talking about being necessarily famous, being top 5 in the world. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about having the conviction, having the clarity that I'm really, really the best at what I do. Having the fulfillment of that, right? If you really want that for yourself, write in rockstar in the chat window now. Okay, lots of people are writing they want to be rock stars. Superb. So here is how you choose your career when it comes to law of attraction or using law of attraction. Step number 1, everyone write this down. Strength-based career only. Strength-based career only. Now, what does that mean? See, law of attraction works on the basis of energy. Remember, energy and frequency. If I'm working as per my strength, what will be my energy? Will it be positive or will it be negative? Quickly tell me in the chat window, what will be my energy frequency if I'm working as per my strengths? Positive or negative? Quickly tell me in the chat window. Obviously, the answer is what? Positive frequency, right? Because your energy will be positive, what you will attract after that is always going to be positive. But most people don't choose their career based on strengths. They choose their career based on what other people are good at, right? Other people are good at. Everyone write this down. We look up to other people and we look down to ourselves, right? Write this down. We look up to other people and we look down to ourselves. So what we think is, if I can become like them, maybe I will also be as special as them. But that's not actually necessarily true. You are unique, you are amazing, you are special in the way you are. Every person has a very unique frequency signature. So how can you and I be exactly the same? It's not possible. We may be more or less in the same industry, but you and I can never be the exact same, correct? At the energy level, we are one, but the frequency that we have is very, very unique. Does that make sense? So it's very important you don't make the number one mistake that most people make in their life, which is what? You're trying to become someone else by looking at another industry saying, I want to become like this person. No. The first lesson is, I want to become like myself. I want to be the best version of myself. Listen, be yourself because everybody else's life is already taken by those individuals. Make sense? Be yourself because everybody else's life is already taken by those individuals. So what do we need to do? Step 1, always choose your career based on your strengths only. Now, I know what you're thinking. How do I choose? How do I know what's my strength? Correct? Yes, if that's the question that you have in your right window. Come on, everyone type in yes. Do you have that question? How do I know what's my strength? Actually, the answer is pretty simple. If you're doing something effortlessly, that's your strength. Simple as that. If you're doing something effortlessly, that's your strength. If you're doing something self-motivated, nobody has to motivate you to do that. That's your strength. That may be painting, that may be talking like me, that may be anything in the world. But anything which is your strength, only that is effortless for you. Now, there is a second thing how you can confuse your strength with someone you're looking up to. It's called fantasy. Everyone write down fantasy. For an example, I, many years ago, wanted to do a particular type of a training program which Anthony Robbins does. So I was like, I want to be like Anthony Robbins. I want to be like Anthony Robbins. I want to be like Anthony Robbins. But what I didn't realize was I was fantasizing about being like him instead of trying to be like me. So one day I realized, why was I not motivated enough to work towards that area of becoming Anthony Robbins, even though I have the potential? Well, the problem is because I was fantasizing about Anthony Robbins rather than accepting who I am and what my strength is. So my strength is more corporate training. My strength is more law of attraction. My strength is not what Anthony Robbins' strength is. When I accepted that part about me, I started focusing on my strengths rather than focusing on what Anthony Robbins is. Is that making sense to you? So the first lesson is work on your strengths. And the hint there is don't try to become like someone else. Be yourself. Is that absolutely clear? Type in clear in the chat window now. From now on, you need to be yourself. From now on, you only need to choose your career based on your strength, not on your fantasy of who you want to become like. So don't try to become like Anthony Robbins. Don't try to become like Mitesh Khatri. Don't try to become like Robin Sharma. Don't try to become like Amitabh Bachchan. Nobody. You will only become like one person in the world. Everyone type in the chat window, who are you going to become like from now on in your life? And that is the only person who you need to be. Okay? That is obviously yourself. Super. So that's the first mistake that people make when it comes to strength-based career. We try to fantasize other people. Hopefully you will not do that now. The second problem is we choose a line of work. Okay, so here we go. Oops. Hold on. I think I minimized my window. Yep. All right, now I think I can see the chat, and here we go. Okay, so the second biggest mistake that we make whenever it comes to choosing our career is this. We choose our career based on what is the trend in the industry rather than choosing based on our strength again. So write this down. Never choose your career based on the trend of the industry, because I promise you, every line of work has money, every line of work has success, every line of work has fulfillment and success in it. So all that matters is that your strength first. A lot of people will say, choose a specialization field, choose a field which is more in market right now, the trend in the market right now. It really doesn't matter. What matters is that your strength. Okay, so promise me today, you will not choose your career based on the trend in the market. Otherwise, so I've heard this one statement by another trainer, and the word is baniya, right? So the baniya mentality is, if one person has opened up a shop for samosa, he will also open up a shop next to him saying, "Arey, iska dukaan bahut chal raha hai, apan bhi samosa ka dukaan khol dete hain." So that is called the baniya mentality. Don't have the baniya mentality, have the excellence mentality. Excellence mentality is focusing on your strengths only. Okay, so step one is always focus on your strengths and don't make those two big mistakes. The mistake number one is fantasizing somebody else as a human being. Second mistake, trying to make your career in an industry which is the trend. It may still be your strength, then it's fine. But if it's not your strength, forget about the industry. What matters is what is your strength. When I started my training in my career in corporate training, believe me, there was no trend of corporate training. In fact, I had to go to companies and I had to convince them that requirement of training is there in their organization. They had no idea about it at that time. So the industry had not even opened up. But because that was my strength, I was able to establish myself in that career. Does that make sense? So always choose your line of work based on your strength and don't make these big mistakes. Two big mistakes. First, fantasizing other people. Second, focusing on the trend of the market. Doesn't matter. Okay. Now coming the second step that is required whenever you are using law of attraction to choose your career. Write this down, everyone. Focus on the emotional values that you want to achieve, not the material values. Write this down, everyone. Focus on the emotional values that you want to achieve, not the material values. So write in the chat window, everyone, emotional values, not material values. Now, why do I say that? Many times people make a lot of money in their life and they still feel lack. They still feel small. They still feel unfulfilled in their career. They even feel like a failure sometimes. Why? Because they've not got the emotional value that they wanted out of that career. But the reason is they were never clear about their emotional value before they start their career. See, I'm telling you again, every line of work has money. Every line of work has success. I guarantee you that. There's a friend of mine, a childhood friend from my school times. He has a shop on, I don't know what's it called in English. It's junk. Yeah, junkyard. He has a junkyard. In Hindi, it's called Bhangar. Bhangar ka business hai uska. Marwadi aadmi hai. Arabpati aadmi hai. Bada aadmi hai. Huge, big guy in junk business. I'm not joking with you. Junk business. Every business has money. But what matters is that your strength. Correct? So that is why whenever you start choosing your career, the second thing that you need to remember is What is the emotional value that I want to achieve after achieving my career? Is it satisfaction? Is it success? Is it fulfillment? Is it passion? Or is it simply money, a big car, a big house? Is that only what you're trying to achieve? Because I'll tell you one thing, the moment you achieve it, it's done. That happiness is so momentary, you won't even feel it for more than 1 or 2 days. And then you'll be wondering, what else do I do in my life right now to feel what I want to feel? Because I'm not still feeling what I wanted to feel after buying a house or a car or a goal achieved. Making sense? So always write down, what do you want to achieve as your emotional values before you start choosing your career. For an example, I want to feel passionate in my career. Then write your affirmations based on, I am in a passionate career. Second, satisfaction. If that's your choice of emotional value, then say, I am in a career where I am emotionally satisfied with every single day what I do in my life. I'll tell you my case. My emotional value is contribution, which means every single day I start my work and I finish my work. In the end of the day, I want to have tears in my eyes knowing that I've done something good for the world. I've made a difference in public. I've made a difference in somebody's life. When I see people growing, that contribution makes me feel satisfied. So for me, it's contribution. For me, it's satisfaction. Success comes secondary for me. First comes contribution and satisfaction for me. So you see, your priorities of emotions have to be clarified first. So what are the 2 steps I told you? Step number 1 is your strength. Step number 2, choose your emotional values. And then comes in step number 3, which is the most important step. Write down clarity. That's right. Clarity of what you want very specifically. Only then you're tuning your frequency. Everyone write down the word clarity with specific frequency. What does that mean? A lot of people, we keep getting confused about, one day I want to be this, then I want to be that. Someday I want to make money in this field, someday I want to make money in that field. How many people here are going through that confusion? Type an I in the chat window. Are you going through that confusion sometimes? Sometimes you're trying to do this business, sometimes you're trying to do that business, and it's just not working out somewhere. And then you wonder why law of attraction is not working for me. I'll tell you why. Law of attraction does not work on material values. It works on the end value, which is the frequency. See, emotions have frequency, right? So if you're saying, thank you, universe, I've already made 1 lakh rupees a month and I'm feeling happy and satisfied, it's the happy and satisfied that gives you the attraction, not really the 1 lakh rupees a month. Making sense? So that emotional value has to be clarified on step number 2. The third step is being absolutely clear about what I want to achieve in the end of the day in terms of the material values specifically. Do I want to make 1 lakh rupees a month? Do I want to make 5 lakh rupees a month? Now, problem that happens here is, if you're saying, I only want to make money, whether that money comes to me from this line of work or that line of work or that line of work, then you're not applying step number 1, which is what? You're not working based on your strengths. You're like money, 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 money. That's only material values. That will not help. Getting clear about that? That will not help. So what do we need to do? Step 1, based on strengths. Step 2, emotional values. Be clear, write down saying, this is the emotion I want to feel in my career every single day of my life. Step 3, clarity. Using my emotional values based on my strengths, what do I really want to achieve? In this month, I want to complete my book. In this month, I want to complete 1 more course. In this month, I want to do 2 YouTube videos. Now, this is clarity. If you're saying one day you want this and one day you want that, that is not clarity. So what is clarity? Being 100% clear about what you want without absolutely any indecisiveness. If you are indecisive, which means you get up in the morning and you're like, should I do this? Should I do that? Well, that indecisiveness proves that I'm still not 100% clear. Is that making sense? So always have 100% clarity about your goals, specifically saying in this month, what do I want? In this quarter, what do I want? In this 1 year, what do I want? Okay, so as usual, I'm going to keep this video really short. I'm going to do a recap. In the meantime, you can ask me any question regarding goal setting, regarding how to choose your career in the chat window now. As you ask your questions, in the meantime, I'm quickly repeating those 3 points for you. Point number 1, choose your career based on what? Strength. Strength, ताकत, उसके बिना कुछ नहीं होगा. 2, choose your emotional values. So it's not only the strength here, but it's the emotion here that will give you the attraction. Okay. 3rd, clarity, absolute clarity. You have to know where you're heading in your life. If you close your eyes and you go from here, you can't even go 10 steps in front of you. You will make a mistake. There will be chances of an accident. Sometimes you'll go left, sometimes you'll go right, sometimes you'll go straight. But that's because we are going with our eyes closed. Clarity is open your eyes, get 100% clear about what you want in life, specific areas of your goals, then you go full speed in your life. Why? Because clarity gives you power. Everyone write down. Clarity gives you power. It's like when your eyes are open, you can go full speed even if there are 10 obstacles in between. But if your eyes are closed, even if there are no obstacles in between, suddenly we become very uncertain, right? Because our eyes are closed. Make sense? So third step, clarity. Now let's see what questions do we have in the group. Based on your questions, we'll do the next 5 or 7 minutes. As usual, we'll always keep this video short, sweet, and to the point of law of attraction. Let's go. Oh, as usual, Shweta is the first question, fastest finger in the group. By profession, I choose teaching job, but I have low confidence, so I'm not able to give interviews and tuition of students. I did not convince their parents for tuition. Okay, so there could be 2 reasons behind this, Shweta. 1, check. Is your area of teaching, is it really your strength, or have you chosen it based on your fantasy or the trend of the industry? If you've chosen it based on fantasy or trend of the industry, then it doesn't work. But if you've chosen it based on your strength, that you are very good at teaching, and if your answer there is yes, well, then there is a second problem. In law of attraction, we say we have limiting beliefs. Everyone write on FTBA, feelings, thoughts, beliefs, and actions. 99.9% when people have talent and they're not able to succeed in that area, is because they have limiting beliefs in that area. So limiting beliefs like, I'm not able to make money because I'm not good at what I do. Second, I'm not able to make money because I don't know how to ask people for money. Like you said over here, I don't know how to ask the parents for tuition fees. That's a limiting belief. Charging money for my teaching is bad. That's a limiting belief. So what you need to do is make sure that you upgrade yourself to the Wealth Mastery course, where you learn how do you remove these limiting beliefs over a period of time in about 4 or 5 weeks, so that you can immediately start making money by attracting those clients whom you can comfortably charge money. Does that make sense? There are so many students in my Wealth Mastery program, they've been able to remove their limiting beliefs, because of which they've been able to attract their goals. Okay? Hope that answers your question. Going to the next one, how to find our strength. Such a very simple. To find your strength, make a list of all those things that come very easy to you. Okay? Now here's the problem, that why people cannot see their strength. Everyone write this down. We underestimate our strengths. That is why we can't see it, even though it is right in front of us. What do I mean? If some of you are very good at cooking and that comes to you effortlessly, that's your strength. But the problem is, you will tell yourself, oh, that's not unique. Look at this guy, he's a law of attraction trainer. Look at this person, he's a painter. Look at this person, he's an actor. No, everybody has their own strength. Check any field of life. You will find a millionaire in every field of life. Type in yes if you agree with me. You will find a millionaire in every field of life. Many years ago, cooking was not known to be a very famous industry. It was only, I think, after Sanjeev Kapoor, the celebrity chef, became a celebrity. Today, because of him, this industry is opened up. But think about it, when Sanjeev Kapoor started on, there was no industry called cooking industry. But because he continued working on his strengths, he did not think about the industry. He did not fantasize anyone else. He simply focused on what his strength is. Because of that, Sanjeev Kapoor is who he is. Does that make sense? So think about something that comes to you very effortlessly, without underestimating and without comparing yourself with others. Even if it is something very simple, you can still be a millionaire in that area. I guarantee you that. I know people who are teaching how to wear saris, ladies how to wear saris, and they are making millions in that. I'm not joking with you. There are trainers who do that. There are girls on YouTube right now, they teach people how to do makeup, and they've got 1 million subscribers on their YouTube, and they're making 2 to 3 lakh rupees monthly passive income on YouTube. Plus they make much more because of their business. So bottom line is, every line of work has money. It just has to be your strength. If you don't underestimate yourself, your strengths are always with you, because you're doing them every single day. You're practicing them every single day. Okay? You just don't have to underestimate yourself. The Happy Mind House. So how do you know corporate training is your strength? Like I said again, I tried, it came to me very effortlessly, it came to me so naturally. Like I didn't have to put much effort in that line of work, because it was just so natural. In fact, those days, whenever I tried to do trainings in a B2C industries many years ago, 17 years ago, somehow it was not my strength. I was not succeeding in that area. But in the area of corporate training, when I was doing listening skills, when I was doing communication skills program, when I was doing leadership training programs, people were connecting with me effortlessly. I didn't have to do anything. So I knew that was my strength. I just didn't have to underestimate myself. The problem was, for 2 or 3 years after I started doing corporate training, I kept telling Indu, I said, Indu, ये सब मेरा मजा नहीं है. मुझे B2C करना है, मुझे motivational speaker बनना है, मुझे corporate training नहीं करनी है. And she kept saying, Mitesh, that's your strength. Corporate training is your strength. And I did not listen to her. I remember 16th of Feb, which is my marriage anniversary, after about 3 years of my marriage. So it must have been about 2007 or 2008, 16th of February. We did our first very open, large program for individuals on law of attraction many years ago at that time. And at that time, it was not my strength. So, you know what happened? I booked a hall which was a 300 people hall. Whew. It took my entire energy to get 300 people and fill up that hall. Yes, I came on television and lots of celebrity experience I got that time, but the experience was not fulfilling. It was not an effortless experience. It was so much effort to make that one program happen. And I said, no, I don't want to do that. After that, I said, that's it. I'm going to focus on corporate training. It comes to me effortlessly. It comes to me easily. At 17 years, I became a superhead at it. After 17 years of practicing law of attraction in my personal life, one day when I decided to start law of attraction training programs, I was an expert at it because I had practiced it for 7 years. It had become my strength. So now law of attraction also comes to me very easily, and now I know that's my strength. Make sense? That was a very good question, by the way. Going to the next question, Divya. I really love to do business, but it's getting delayed. I have financial pressure too, so I thought of joining a full-time job, but I'm not comfortable. So shall I continue affirmations writing for business? Okay, so Divya, whenever we are choosing between a job and a business, this decision will always confuse everybody in the group. How many people here are confused about the similar decision in life? Type in I in the chat window. If you're confused about this decision between job and business, well, that's because you're just thinking about it as a task. You're thinking about it as a way to make money. You have to commit to one area. You've not done that right now. You've got to commit to one area as an identity. Everyone write this down. Commit to one area with identity. Identity means what? Divya, I know you're a mother, right? So being a mother, is it a 10 days job or a 1 year job or a 10-year job? Nope. It's a lifetime job, right? You're a mother forever. So you truly commit to something only when you have an identity in that area, not a task. If you only focus on the task of something, you'll never have unlimited motivation in that area. You'll not have clarity in that area. The moment there are problems, if you don't have the identity to support you, in any task, you lose the motivation very fast. But in case of your son, I know others, right? So in case of your son, even though cancel, if you go through any small difficulties in your life, you'll never give up on your life because your identity as a mother will give you that push. It will give you that unlimited motivation. But if you do it as a task for somebody, not as a mother, suddenly that self-motivation doesn't come. That's why they say you will really understand the value of children when you truly become a mother yourself. Do you agree with that? But that's because you have to take that identity first. Similarly, entrepreneurship is like marriage. You have to choose that identity saying, I don't want to do business, I want to be an entrepreneur first. So your identity has to be, I want to be an entrepreneur first. Once you choose that identity, now you can't give up on it. There is no looking back. It's like being a mother. It's like you've delivered the baby. Now you have to bring up the child. You don't have an option of going back. My example, many years ago, I was working with this company called Wipro Technologies in BPO. And when I quit my job after 9 months, the reason I took that job, by the way, because I wanted a salary slip to take a loan for my business. When I started that business and when I left that job after 9 months, believe me, I did not take my, no, don't do that, this is very risky, but I'm sharing my real story. I did not take my experience certificate from that company. I've still not got it. And the reason I did not take it, my HR called me, my boss called me, and I said, I don't want it because I'm an entrepreneur. I don't need this anymore. It's like once you let go of your ex-girlfriend and you get married to someone, you're married and that's it. Like there's no looking back. Your entire focus goes towards this one person in life. Does that make sense? So don't try to do a business. Make a decision about entrepreneurship as an identity or employee as an identity. Both ways is fine, but just make that decision of an identity first. That will give you unlimited power. Okay? And then you can succeed in any industry, job or business, doesn't really matter. Mayuri, I'm not able to decide what is my strength. So Mayuri, here's one input that you can do. Go around to your best friend, to your friends, to your colleagues, to your mother, to your father, and ask them, what is my strength? What am I good at? Okay? Make notes on that. When you make notes on that, only one warning I'm giving you. When they tell you something, don't say, come on, that's not a strength. That is so simple. Don't do that. Just make notes because they know what you're good at. They love you for that. They admire you for that. They can see, they can appreciate you for that. It's just that you're not seeing that because you don't see that as something special. You see that as something simple. But listen, anything is simple until you don't become a millionaire in that area. The moment you become a millionaire in that area, everybody finds that special. Then even like a vada pav center, everybody wants to start a vada pav today. Why? In Pune, there is this vada pav guy called Joshi Vadewala. He started a franchisee system and became a millionaire. Today, everybody wants to start a vada pav center. Had you ever thought of becoming an entrepreneur in chai business? Chai tapri? No. But about 3-4 years ago, there's this one guy from IIM. He quit his job in a corporate company, became a chai wala, literally branded his company as Chai, C-H-A-I. You must have heard of it. It's there on all the airports. Airports are not running right now, but it became a branded business, made more than 100 crores in the chai business. Suddenly after him, so many people wanted to sell chai. Today, you'll see so many centers of chai on the stores, on the road today. They've got wonderful brands, not the way it used to be earlier, because they are now following this person. But think of it. When this person started selling chai, come on, for God's sake, selling chai. Who must have thought you could make a career in that? But he said, hey, I make the world's best tea. मैं दुनिया की सबसे अच्छी चाय बनाता हूँ. जब मेरी बीवी चाय पीती है बोलती क्या चाय बनाता है तू. जब मेरा दोस्त चाय पीता है बोलता क्या चाय बनाता है तू. That's your strength. The only reason you may not call your strength is this. You may be underestimating and thinking, यार ये तो बहुत simple है. Is that making sense again? Right? So Mayuri, you have a lot of strengths. Everybody in the world does. I promise you that. You are unique. You're special. You have lots of strengths. Ask your friends. They'll tell you. Okay? Divya. And wait rather than going for job. Okay. So, like I said, Divya, the answer of your question depends on choose your identity first. Then it doesn't matter wait or not wait. Like once you're a mother, it doesn't matter whether you should wait for the child to grow up before you have the second child or not. All that is the irrelevant question. You're a mother. That's it. That's the important part first. Christo, correct way to set a goal. Very important. Step 1, make a goal based on your strengths. Step 2, decide the emotional value of the goal. Because if you don't know the emotional value of the goal, what you're going to feel at the end of the goal, you will never achieve that goal. Third, clarity. Clarity means what? Be specific about when do you want to achieve your goal. Make it measurable. Make it achievable. Measurable means what? In this month, I will lose 2 kilos. By 30th of June. So measurable and achievable. If you have these two categories, measurable and achievable, you've got a great goal in your hands. Okay. Of course, remember this is the third step. Everybody will say all you need to do in making a goal is have clarity, measure your goal, and be specific about the end date, and you're done. No. That's the third step. The first step is strength-based goal. The second step is values of emotions have to be chosen. Then comes in the third step of be absolutely clear about the measurement of your goal. How would you know that you've achieved this goal, and when would you know that you've achieved this goal? Clear? Okay. Going to Aisha. Sir, मैंने psychology में RCI करा है, but मेरे mind और heart उसमें नहीं लगता है. मन करता है जो दो, because I'm not happy. What should I do? Well, Aisha, if you're not happy with what you do, it's time to do what you are happy to do. Isn't it true? Come on, think about it. If you're not happy to do what you're doing, it's time to do what makes you happy. Do it now. Start. If somebody can make a millionaire out of himself just by selling chai, I'm sure, Aisha, you have lots of strengths. Okay? How to set a goal affirmation? Very simple. Whatever is your goal, there are 4 rules of affirmations that I always talk about. Step number 1 of your affirmation is always specific end result. So if your goal is measurable, you'll say today is 30th of June and by today I have already achieved my ideal body weight of 62 kgs. I've already lost 2 kgs. Correct? So that's specific, that's measurable. Second rule, make sure that it is based on positive words and present tense only. So it has to be based on positive words. Don't add any negative words in the goal, and make sure that you've written as if it's already achieved. So to make it more clear, I even say that it's been more than 2 months I've achieved my ideal body weight and I'm having fun in my life, feeling so normal, feeling so powerful with my new ideal body weight of 62 kgs for the last 2 months. Makes it a little more real in your mind. Okay? So that's the second rule, specific end result, and then positive and present words. Third, add a lot of emotional masala. I'm loving it. I'm passionate about it. I'm satisfied with this. I'm feeling amazing in this area now. Finally, the fourth one, you know what you have to do. Attend the 30 days challenge to make sure that you're doing the affirmations personally with me every single day for 30 days. If you want the details for the 30 days challenge, it is here. Okay. Next question, how to set, I think we are done with that. Where did we go? Yeah, it's here. Hitashi. Hello, sir. I am product designer into some home decor. Okay. Wow, home decor, product designer. That's wonderful. That's talent. But I love doing makeup and I am very good at it. And I wanted to do a course, but I'm scared to tell this to my mom. What should I do? Okay. Do it. Do it. That doesn't mean you have to quit what you're doing now. Just do it. That's the only answer. Because if you're going to be stopping yourself from feeling fear, by the problem is not about telling your mom. I'm promising you, the problem is not about telling your mom and being scared of your mom. The problem is somewhere partially you are not convinced that what you're doing is the right thing. And if so, you don't need to really convince your mom first. You need to convince yourself first. Are you 100% sure this is something you love to do and you would like to take initiative in this line of work to see if you can make a career in that area? If you're 100% clear, then when you talk to your mom, even if your mom doesn't approve, you'll not be scared because you are 100% clear. Make sense? So remember this, everyone. Whenever we are scared to tell something to someone else, we are not scared of them. We're just scared of our own selves and our indecisiveness. Okay? So get clear about that, Hitashi, and then see how easy it becomes for you to communicate your goals to anybody in the world, including mom. Going to the next one. Anuba says, I'm not good at anything. Come on, Anuba, you know you are amazing. Everyone write down in the chat window, Anuba, you are amazing. Everybody in the world is amazing. Everybody in the world has some unique strengths. And you too. I absolutely promise you that, Anuba. Okay? And if you still feel that way about yourself, please upgrade yourself to the Advanced Law of Attraction program so that you really start learning how to upgrade your emotions so that you could really feel that self-esteem within yourself. Okay? Falak Grover. Hi, sir. I'm a big fan of yours. Thank you, Falak. I have started e-commerce. Please guide few tips. Keep shining and rising, sir. Okay, so Falak, firstly, thank you for the compliment, my dear. In the e-commerce business, there are two things that you must remember. First, never stop using law of attraction. Every day, start your day with your affirmation saying, today is 30th of June. I've already achieved so much money in my e-commerce business happily and easily. That's the first one. Second, in the e-commerce business, there's one thing that you need to master, and that is called as cost per lead. Cost per lead. So when you do advertising in the industry on Facebook, on e-commerce, for YouTube, what you really need to master is your cost per lead. If you can master that cost per lead, what is cost per lead? Cost means money. Per lead means per potential customer is called as a lead. So let's say you put up an advertisement on Facebook and one person inquires on your website, on your e-commerce website. By the time he looks at the Facebook advertisement and comes to your e-commerce website, that cost may be about 50 rupees, maybe 100 rupees, maybe 200 rupees that Facebook will take away from you as an investment for giving you that potential lead, that potential customer. So it's called as cost per lead. Now, if it is 200 rupees cost per lead, you just need to make sure that you're able to make at least 50 rupees more on that. I'm saying bare minimum 50 rupees more on that. So 200 rupees cost per lead, you're making 50 rupees. 50 rupees is your profit. Now that you're guaranteed, if you can master this system, if you're guaranteed that my cost per lead is X and my profit per lead is always 50% more or 20% more, genius, that's amazing. Now you may say, but sir, 200 rupees and 50 rupees, isn't it less? It's not. In the restaurant business, the margin is 2% and 5%, right? What is 10% of 200 rupees? 20 rupees. What is 20% of 200 rupees? 40 rupees. What is 50 rupees of 200 rupees? 42%, 45%, correct? Which business do you have 40% margin, profit margin? It's crazy. E-commerce business, that is why it's so amazing. All you need to master is that cost per lead conversion. If you know how to do that, you're a genius. If you don't know how to do that, upgrade yourself to the Wealth Mastery course with us. We'll give you the digital marketing system completely free where we teach you how to do this yourself. Okay? That's created more from an online coaching business point of view, but the principles are the same for e-commerce also. Next question. आपकी तरह LOA coach बनना है, please answer. Most welcome sharing. If you really want to be an LOA coach, first thing you must do, come inside our institute, learn all the levels of law of attraction, not one. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Learn all the levels of law of attraction. Become a part of our platinum membership. And then practice in your own life. Make sure your HRCM goes up so high that when you teach law of attraction, your energy comes across. And in about 6 months to 8 months, Learn everything about law of attraction first. Practice law of attraction in your life in HRCM. Take your ratings high. Then start your coaching business in law of attraction and then see how it works after that. Listen, this may look like a long-term plan, but it's not. I'll tell you why. Because if you don't do this part of learning everything about law of attraction first, if you don't do the part of upgrading your own HRCM first, you may take years to struggle in the law of attraction coaching business and still not succeed. But if you could simply practice and learn everything first. Second, if you could practice it in your life and upgrade your HRCM ratings first. 6 to 8 months, you can upgrade yourself. Okay? So actually, it's not a long period of time. Mayuri, I'm a CA, but I want to be a makeup artist. I think I answered this question. Yes. Okay. Let's take one last question by Prabhakar. Good evening, sir. I am earning daily 10,000 from stock market. Thank you, universe. Is this correct affirmation? Yes, my friend, it's the correct affirmation. She was near me. She got the exact answer. Okay, Divya, I'm so glad. Okay, so with that, guys, I'm now ending this with the last question here. I'm a non-judgmental person. I do not judge anyone. How to make it positive affirmation? I'm an accepting human being. I love accepting people the way they are. That's the positive affirmation for that. Okay, super. So with that, guys, I had a great time for talking to you today. Again, if I've missed out on some of your questions, just join our basic law of attraction Telegram group. We will try and answer your questions there, but there are more than 6,000 people there, so I can't guarantee all the answers will be there, but we do our best. I promise you. I and Indu, we keep looking at the questions there. We do our best to answer as many questions there as we can. But if you want a little more personal attention with us, come and join the Advanced Law of Attraction Training Program or the Wealth Mastery. Today evening at 7 p.m., we are doing the Level 3 program introduction, which is the Wealth Mastery course. How do you make more money using Law of Attraction? How do you really choose your career properly? All these are details that we teach within our Wealth Mastery course also. So here is the details of the Wealth Mastery course. Just click on this link and you would be able to, let me see if this is the right link. Yep, it's the right link. This is the link where you will see a registration page to come and attend our webinar for today evening, 7 p.m. All the details will come to you by WhatsApp or by email once you register on this link. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. I hope you had value for your time once again. If yes, please type in V for value. If I was able to serve you, if I was able to give you value, most importantly, please share this video with anybody else whom you think needs a little guidance to choose their career based on strength, based on emotional values, based on clarity, and by having the right affirmations in the area of law of attraction. Okay, so press the bell icon and subscribe button in case you've not already subscribed to the channel. When you press the bell icon, what happens is next time I'm publishing this video, you get a notification and an email straight by YouTube. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone. I'll see you soon again next week. Let me know what topic you want to talk about next time of law of attraction. By the way, I've already chosen a topic for the next law of attraction video, and that is how do I get over my ex-partner, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife? How do I get over my ex and move on in my life? The reason I'm making a video next time on this question is, out of 6,000 people who've joined the Telegram group, out of hundreds of people who've joined the Advanced and Law of Attraction, the Wealth Mastery course, the Platinum membership, there are so many people who keep asking me the same question. How do I get over my ex? How do I forget my ex-boyfriend, my ex-girlfriend, and I move on? Why did my ex-boyfriend or my ex-girlfriend cheat me? Why did they hurt me? I have never hurt anyone. Why did they hurt me? How many of you know some people who need help in this area? If yes, type in yes. You want me to take this topic for the next video. Just hit the bell icon. When I'm doing that next video, you'll definitely get a notification. Okay? How do you move on from your ex? Why did that happen in the first place? And how do you create a new future where you attract love and happiness in your life one more time? All right. So I'll see you next time, guys. Take care. Have a great evening. Those of you who are coming for the Wealth Mastery introduction, I'll see you at 7 p.m. today. Bye-bye.